Ontario and New York's Yes FM. That is Calvin Harris. 8:38. Sunshine. Brian Mitchell is here from OFA, and he has brought green gravy. Now, I want to talk to Brian here if we can, Ethan. There's a reason we're doing green gravy today, because you're actually, is this the first time?
This is the first time.
All right, coming up 4:30 today.
4:30 today.
You can actually have green gravy. This is available to the general public.
Correct.
So if you were a kid at OFA years ago and you had green gravy, you miss it, this is your shot to have it again.
Correct.
Okay, how much does it cost?
Tonight it's going to be $8 for adults and $5 for children.
Okay, and you'll do takeouts as well, right?
Correct. We'll do takeouts as well as delivery. There's 2 phone numbers that are posted for the deliveries.
Okay. Green gravy, what's the legend behind that?
Well,
when was it born?
You know, it's funny. I actually tried to research that before I came down, and I think the history on it's so long that I couldn't find when it was actually born. It's been so long. I think that every single year it's funny, because every senior speech you hear about the green gravy. That's what they talk about for their memory and what they're going to miss.
Okay. So this is going back years and years and years. We've been having green gravy. This is just an Ogdensburg thing.
Yes.
No one else has tried to copy it, trademark it, make it somewhere else. This is strictly Ogdensburg only.
That's pretty much Ogdensburg only, correct.
Okay, now the last time you were here, you were a lot heavier, and you also were hypnotized the last time you were here as well.
Correct.
Yeah, Brian went on a green gravy only diet for a couple of months. It was just green gravy and nothing else.
That's how I tell people how I lost my weight at school lunch.
Thick liquid diet. That's pretty much what he did. All right, so of course people are not real happy with school lunches these days, because thanks to government regulations, not locally, this is government, we've had to cut back on a bunch of stuff. And how's that changed your menu at OFA?
It's changed a lot. We're demanded now to serve more fruits and vegetables, more whole grain, wheat bread, which the kids have adjusted to a lot better than I thought, but we still obviously hear the complaints. The calorie intake has been cut, and we're in Ogdensburg faced with about 54 less meals in the district per day.
Okay, and that's and as far as funding goes for food services, it's not the same as the school itself.
Correct. Where we're going to see the biggest cut in our budget line is going to be the federal funding, because without the kids, we are reimbursed on each meal from state and federal government when kids purchase a meal. So it's been a tough year for every cafeteria.
Now, what are you forced to put on a plate that kids don't want?
They have to now receive a half a cup of fruit or vegetables, and on certain days, as we were talking earlier, it is tough, because if it's a hot dog and baked beans, if they choose not to eat the baked beans that are on the tray, they're left with about a hot dog for lunch.
Yeah. And then you're cutting back on the calorie intake. So, I mean, these are growing kids who need calories anyway, and carbs and all that. But when you get to like 3:30, they're hungry. So they, like what I've seen with my 9-year-old, they go home and just snack and grab whatever they can, which is never good for them.
Correct. There's also a petition going around on Facebook right now that's going to get turned in. It's got over 2,000 and some votes on it to send to the congressman and everything to hopefully hope some of these changes come back to the way some of the regulations used to be.
Okay. Now, because of the regulations, have we changed the amount you serve green gravy at OFA?
Correct. We now we're only doing it about once a month. Before I used to eat about twice to 3 times a month.
Wow. We cut way back on the green gravy.
That's why it's going to be important to come out tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like a rarity now, thanks to the government. 4:30 to 6:30, we're going to be eating green gravy. Yeah, that's happening at the OFA cafeteria. A fun song to talk about green gravy with. Rihanna, it's S&M. Yes, FM.